I'm going to go right into spotlights and give folks a chance to highlight all the amazing things happening around the IPFS, Filecoin, and libp communities. And we will start with Elsa.
Hi. So we had a great week at ETHDenver at our Filecoin Virtual Machine Hackerbase, which was co-hosted by the foundation as well as our core team at Protocol Labs. We had 400 attendees. Half of those attendees were developers. Little Week generated 20 plus submissions to FEM, and then there are 10 speaking opportunities for Filecoin Foundation reps. Next, our Filecoin FFDW project partners from Buckrock announced their second Gateway grant cohort. I'll drop the link in the chat so you can read more about it. And if you plan on being in Austin for Consensus, please join us at our Filecoin network base. The dates are April 24th to 26th. The programming will feature lightning talks, workshops, and the latest updates to FEM.
Thank you, Elsa. Jamie and Paige, 30 seconds on ETHDenver.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Paige from the Outer Core Events team. I'm excited to share with you our participation at ETHDenver. This event attracted over 12,000 attendees from all over the world. At our booth, we had the privilege of interacting with over 3,500 members of the community. In addition to the booth, we had several folks from PL, including Molly, Anastasia, Yulia, Asan, and so many others share their valuable insights on stage at ETHDenver. And then one of the most significant highlights of ETHDenver was our Countdown to FEM event, which we hosted within the FEM Hackerbase in collaboration with the foundation. This was a one-day event that featured exclusive FEM content to really get our community excited about deploying on FEM. We had over 300 in-person attendees and absolutely shattered live stream records with over 50,000 viewers tuning in from across the globe. This was the #3 event that ETH Global has ever hosted. So that's just, that says it enough right there. But this event showcased 17 early FEM projects from our community of builders. We had over 34 speakers. It was incredibly informative and engaging. I encourage everybody to go to Filecoin's YouTube channel and check out the recordings. And just a last note here, this all could not have been possible without the amazing support from an incredible team behind the scenes. So thank you to everybody that has been involved with everything at ETHDenver. A million times thank you. You helped us make a huge splash across ETHDenver. So that is my update.
Awesome. Captured the excitement of ETHDenver incredibly well. And thank you to the Outer Core and Filecoin Foundation events teams that helped put this on. Okay, on to Brendan.
Hey everyone, Brendan from Filecoin Orbit. So to just give a more specific highlight into the FEM Hackerbase at ETHDenver, like Paige said, this was a collaboration between FF and PL, and it went really smoothly, and all the parties involved just did a great job putting it together. I want to give a special shout out to Elsa and Paige and everyone else involved for their amazing work. We had the Countdown to FEM event there with a lot of exciting talks about FEM and some deep dives. And also just me personally saw a lot of really engaging questions from the audience about developing on FEM, which was great. We had talks from Juan, Molly, and more. And over 725 registrations for the Hackerbase, which was awesome, and 400 attendees.
Awesome, thank you. On to Robert for Orbit.
Hello, everyone. Just to keep this brief, we're trying something new with Orbit, where we're having a Protocol Labs or Foundation team create a single event and all the resources for it. And then we're having our, I should be saying 80 plus, but I'm pretty sure we're above 100 ambassadors at this point. All over the world actually host these events. And so with the FEM team, we were able to beta test this over the last quarter. And from their one event box, we were able to do 20 basically 3-hour meetups where the attendees actually deployed their first contract on the FEM testnet. 10 open hack days, which were 8-hour mini hackathons, similar to what happened in Lisbon. And over the next 5 quarters, we're doing 20 workshops at 20 Indian universities each quarter for a total of 100 of these workshops. Best part is it contributes to the FEM team's OKRs, gets projects launched on FEM, and it's zero cost to the FEM team. So if you're a PL team that wants to do something similar, please DM myself, Robert Dowling, or Brendan Shakeshaft on Slack. We'd love to talk about you doing an event in a box. And also, if you meet any community members who you think would be a good fit as an Orbit ambassador, please pass along this application link, which is on the slide.
Thank you, Robert. On to Sneha.
Hey everyone, so I'm also part of the Phil Orbit community, and as the co-lead of the Phoenix, we organized this 10-city India roadshow, out of which we are done with 7 cities, which is focused to introduce 1,000 builders from India to FEM. And so far, we have had 657 attendees with around 12% women devs, which is like pretty high for any blockchain events, with 21 workshop speakers, including folks building on the Filecoin ecosystem like Huddle and Lighthouse, and 23 Web3 community partners, including like local student-run communities who are already learning about FEM, Web3, and all of these things. The workshop content, we actually created exclusive content other than the FEM event in a box through FEM CodeQuest, thanks to Sarah. And this was only channeled towards making sure that all of our chapter leads can actually turn into community-based DevRels who can actually just like talk about FEM. And the main focus here being the hands-on content. You can actually check out the feedback that we received, that this was not like any other Web3 meetup, but we had workshops and we actually learned how to deploy our first contract on FEM, and with the lineup of our speakers. So we have a couple of more workshops coming up at Jaipur, Kolkata, and Bangalore. So yeah, that's it. And do check out like the Twitter love that we have received, and like huge thanks to Nikki that this was all only possible because of her. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Just a tremendous amount of energy coming out of India for the Filecoin network in the last year or so. So that's just great news. Okay, we're on to Phil VC with Ruben.
All right. Yeah. So it's time for Phil VC again. And the first Phil VC happened last year on September 26th in Singapore. We are now hosting the second edition because the first was incredibly successful. We had 26 startups, more than 300 leading investors, including the likes of Sequoia, etc. So premium Silicon Valley brands. We had hundreds of investor to founder intros and a lot of demand to do it again. So we said, okay, let's bring trillions of capital together again. The next iteration of Phil VC is going to be on March 21st. So coming up rapidly. It's an invite-only event. So if you are an investor out there, you will have likely got a message from us to participate, and we will then on our side curate the investor list to really make sure that only the best investors look at the strongest startups in Web3.
Awesome. Can't wait. Oh, do you want to cover this too, Ruben?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
A couple of points here. So if you're part of the PR network, there's a preview day exclusively for the network. You will have, received an invite. And then on the 21st of March, we kind of open the floodgates, to the invited investors to also get a look at the amazing startups. On the next slide, you get a little bit of, a nudge on how big this is going to be. So last time, on the blue curve, you see the investor interest as it came in. It was a massive event at about 300 people. Today, we are already at that number, and we keep receiving, more requests from, investors to join. So this one is shaping up to be even bigger. I'm excited for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Paige, let's plug SBS Boston.
Yes. All right. Hello, everybody. So the Sustainable Blockchain Summit is back. It is coming to Boston on April 13th. It's going to be taking place following the MIT Energy Conference. And just a little bit about SBS. This event plans to bring together folks from ReFi, the Web3 community, sustainability professionals, academics, policymakers, and students. It is the absolute perfect opportunity for anyone interested in learning about the latest innovations and best practices for reducing environmental impact, regenerating the natural world, and so much more. This event will feature a ton of expert talks. We're going to have hands-on workshops, deep dives, really at the intersection of technology and the biosphere. This is our 4th SBS event. I can't believe I'm even saying that. This event just keeps getting better and better after each event that we do. And this one is sure to be the best one yet. And you might be wondering how you can get involved. So let me tell you, we have speaker applications still open for a few more days. It is not too late to join our hackathon. You can join us to build sustainability solutions using tech from Filecoin, Climate Collective, Hyphen, and Hedera. And lastly, of course, everyone just jump on a plane, train, car, walk, whatever you got to do, get to Boston. This is a can't miss event. If you want any information, please visit svs.tech.
Thanks so much, Paige. Ali and Wes on Bacalhau and Lilypad.
Hey, thanks, Colin. My name is Wes Floyd. I'm a product manager on the Bacalhau project. We're bringing compute over data to Filecoin. This is also standing in for Ali Hare, who's done a lot of the work driving this project. But the interesting thing about what we're building right now is called Lilypad, and it's a bridge between on-chain smart contracts and FEM to Bacalhau. And it's really a good demonstration of the power between the two components. And if you can click the next slide button one more time. This is a visual here of the work that Ali's doing related to Lilypad, and we'll show you just a second a link where you can see a longer demo of invoking smart contracts to then trigger off-chain computation in Bacalhau. Our first launch will coincide on March 14th with the FEM launch, and we're going to have some very interesting first use cases. It's going to be around generating AI-based images using Stable Diffusion, and also something called style transfer. If you can click the next image for us, Colin. This technique of style transfer takes the original works from underrepresented artists and helps them get paid not only for their work, but also derivative works that AI generate based on their unique style. And then using the power of FEM to pay those artists directly, and Bacalhau on the back end to do the work of inference and generating the unique images. And Colin, if you can click ahead a couple more, we've got some examples here of using an older 18th century artist style to generate new images that didn't exist from text prompts. This is Barack Obama in the style of an 18th century original author. And if you click to the next couple, we have Captain America in that same person's style. And then the last is Vitalik Buterin in that person's style. And so we're hopeful it generates just some art of the possible of what can be done with the power of FEM and compute over data, and also do some good for these artists.
Awesome. Already seeing the possibilities of what FEM will enable. Dietrich, onto IPFS Think.
Hello again, everybody. This year we are having IPFS Think again. Not nicely this time, we're having it in Brussels. Last year was a real rallying cry for implementation diversity in the IPFS ecosystem. And this time around, we're going to see new implementations. What's happened since then? There actually are some, and they will be there sharing their learnings and the implementations that they've built. It's going to be the biggest gathering of people that are deeply involved in the decision-making, design, architecture, and implementation of IPFS protocol and all of the technologies that it builds on and related to it. Please join us. Looking forward to having you there. Easy to get to anywhere in Europe by train and short plane rides, and looking forward to seeing all of you there. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Kenton, onto network growth and academia.
Awesome. Thanks, Colin. Kenton from the Filecoin Network Growth Marketing Team. We recently completed a work stream to identify our ideal customers for data onboarding. And in the words of Tyler Durden from Fight Club, the first rule of marketing is to know your audience. And that is exactly what we have done. So today, our ideal customers reside in physics and life sciences, and university librarians and archivists. So more broadly, academia. They share similar challenges, so struggling to manage an increasing amount of data generation, storing data storage costs, and interestingly enough, some new data storage policy requirements that Filecoin is actually really well set up to solve for. So really exciting to have done this work. Currently working with Jen and the Network Growth Marketing Team to put together marketing campaigns and strategies to really raise awareness and understanding of Filecoin as a great solution for these university researchers and librarians, and excited to contribute to onboarding data onto the network through marketing.
Awesome. And some really early wins on clients already using Filecoin within this kind of genre already. So we're excited to continue the momentum. Celine, data onboarding dashboard.
Thanks, Colin. Hi, everybody. Sitting here from client growth team. As stated in the master plan, data onboarding is one of our key priorities. It's not enough to just look at the onboarding rate, but also we want to understand who are the clients and what tool they are using. So that's why I introduced this data onboarding dashboard to all of you. This dashboard keeps track on the what, where, when, and how the data got acquired. And there are some sample questions you can answer through this dashboard, including how much is the average data owner onboarded per day? How much data cap are we allocating through the File Plus program? And how much client onboarded in their lifetime? And lastly, what tool they are using to execute those deals. For the builders who are listening to this call, if you are building amazing on-ramps can help user easily onboard their data, feel free to reach out and we will add your footprint to this dashboard. And also feel free to scan this code here and open to any feedback. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is fantastic. Angelo on our ROI Forecast Calculator.
Hey, thanks, Colin. Hello, Angelo here from the Network Pro team. I'm very excited to introduce the new ROI Calculator as a forecasting model for SPs. It's built with an easy-to-use UX, so they can quickly see all the different impact on their forecast. It comes with direct correlation to ceiling as a service, backing up their sectors on the unsealed sectors as well. It's based on OpEx and CapEx models from existing source providers to easily select that and introduce that into your model to see what's happening there. Fast and easy to use. And some of the upcoming features which people are asking for is can we get a mobile version of this? Can we integrate bandwidth calculations? More on loans are coming to integrate that to see what the impact is on collateral and see that impact too on the complete forecast for an SP. And more explainers coming to just keep building on top of this calculator. The link is in the board here down there, and I encourage everybody to join Slack to kind of get this conversation going on things that people don't want to see in here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you're an emerging storage provider into the network, this is a great tool, so really appreciate it. Next, we have Philippe on Notary Leaderboards.
Hi, everyone. This is Philip from the Fil Plus team. So many of you may know, Fil Plus is a program designed to onboard storage onto the Filecoin network. A crucial part of this program are the group of notaries. These are people elected by the community to verify applications from potential clients. So they look at applications from potential clients and figure out which one should be onboarded to the Filecoin network. Now, we want to make sure that these notaries are incentivized to do their job, keep engaged, and also accountable for what they do. Because of this, we launched a tool called the Notary Leaderboard. It's the first tool being launched that tracks this notary activity and displays it in a leaderboard like this, shown in the GIF. If you have any more questions or want to know more about this, the links are on the slide, or you can contact me at philip.stu on the following slide.
Thank you so much. All right, so we got through a bunch of different spotlights from around the ecosystem. Unsurprisingly, a lot of these were FEM focused, just given the community excitement around launch next week.